I had quite a lot of comments from yesterday's video. That's when I was talking about health architecture and designing your environment so healthy choices become the easiest choice, not something that you have to fight against your willpower. Hi, my name is Carol Standing and I'm a health and longevity coach. And actually, the most frequent question I got was, where do I start? And so I thought I would just come back and do a quick video today to follow up yesterday's, part two, if you like, so that we can talk about where you might, if you were looking to build your health architecture, so all easiest choices become the most obvious choice, then I would always urge you to start with recovery, because recovery is the foundation to our whole health ecosystem. Without it, just everything is much harder, it costs more effort, and that's when things definitely start to go off track. Whereas if you have a really solid recovery health architecture in place, then you will reap the rewards both mentally and physically and in your wider life. And I'm not just talking about sleep here. I know when people think of recovery, they automatically think sleep. Now, sleep is the anchor, don't get me wrong. It's one of the four elements that I want to talk to you about today, but there are other stuff as well as sleep. But given we've talked about sleep, let's start there. Really, we should be aiming for 7 to 8 hours of sleep with a consistent bedtime, a consistent sleep environment, and a consistent sleep wind down routine, so that we're not falling asleep, we're moving into the sleep phase in the best way possible so that we get the best benefit out of our sleep. Number two is circadian rhythm, and that's your natural body clock. It's natural light in the morning, it's darkness in the evening, because your body clock governs many biological processes. In some research, they say most biological processes, and generally we are fighting what our body clock is trying to do for us naturally, which is trying to help us recover, and we're fighting it rather than working with it. Number three is nervous system regulation. So that's that wind down window I talked about earlier. It's making sure that you are getting ready for sleep in the best possible way. Sleep is a whole biological process, and that wind down period is the way that we give our bodies the best chance to make the most out of that area, and gives you that. By regulating your nervous system, you're giving it permission to shift gear from daytime into sleep. And number four is rest and recovery. And for many business owners and busy executives, this is the one that probably gets most frequently ignored. Often they'll be demanding travel schedules, maybe late night Zoom schedules. It doesn't have to be necessarily international travel, but if you've got all of that going on in your life and there's not a deliberate recovery period built in, then that again is something to do with the architecture of how you've put your life rather than a willpower problem. Now, if you'd like any details on any of that, just pop me a comment below and I'll gladly follow up. But I have a question for you. What is the one thing in your environment, given what I've just said, that's working against your recovery? I'm not talking about something that you want to add. I'm talking about something that you either want to change or something that you want to remove or redesign. So have a think about how your life is currently set up for your recovery, and I'd love to know in the comments what's the one thing you'd either change or remove. In the meantime, I wish you a really great day. Take care.